DLSS 5 is but for video games. Might not be a new statement, but let me explain. First, let's start with DLSS. DLSS, which stands for Deep Learning Supersampling, is an upscaling technique used in video games to make them run better. What it essentially does is it makes the game run in a lower resolution and upscales it to our native one. Doing that without DLSS would be a problem, since it would lead to a blurry pixelated image that isn't exactly playable. To show it, let me take this 720p footage of Hogwarts Legacy and scale it up to the video's native resolution, which is 1440p. As you can see, it looks blurry and it wouldn't be a great experience to have with a video game. But by using DLSS that collects the motion vector's data to upscale the image, we can see that the game looks fine. Obviously, there are some downsides to this technology. For example, while staring at some screens in Cyberpunk, you will be able to spot this weird blur going on. Or if you play Oblivion Remastered, it makes the plants in the game weirdly sharp. The grass at times looks like some shit anti-aliasing. DLSS would be a decent technology to give old graphics cards a new life, but unfortunately, as we are able to see, that's not what it's used for. This technology is used to optimize the game instead. It's honestly sad how a feature with such potential can be misused. It's sad that this feature led to the laziness of the developers instead of increasing the lifespan of the GPUs. Why optimize the game when DLSS can make it run better and also do anti-aliasing at the same time? But that's enough of complaining. Let's focus on the new version of this technology that was announced by Nvidia. Since now that you grasp what DLSS is and its downsides, let's focus on DLSS 5. As many of you might know, the newest version of DLSS is supposed to turn your game into an AI slop. Now, DLSS 5 does improve the lighting in the game, but at the same time it slopifies the shit out of the characters' faces. And here's the issue that I see, and let me explain it by showing you two different games. The well-known Cyberpunk 2077 and Deep Rock Galactic. Now, let's focus on Cyberpunk. Its art style and graphics are supposed to make you immersed in this dark vision of the future. It's not just realistic because realism, it has these realistic graphics to immerse you into the game and make you feel how fucked up the world of this game is. Now, let's look at Deep Rock Galactic. Some would say Cyberpunk looks better than this game. I mean, look at the details of the faces in Cyberpunk and compare it to visible polygons of dwarfs in Deep Rock Galactic. But I would disagree. See, Deep Rock Galactic isn't as serious as Cyberpunk. It's a game about dwarfs in space. They drink beer,
cheers everyone,
kill bugs, and twerk.
yeah!
Deep Rock's art style and graphics are not supposed to make you immersed into some serious topic. They are supposed to make you immersed in this goofy world of drinking beer, rock and stoning and killing bugs. You can see how the art style is managed in both games with your own naked eyes. It's important to players' experience and their way of perceiving the game. People will get more serious with Cyberpunk, and they will understand the goofy nature of Deep Rock's low poly graphics. Even if both games would aim for realism, there's still some differences. We could compare Cyberpunk to Oblivion and easily spot them with the faces of the NPCs. Oblivion faces are quite funny looking compared to realistic ones presented in Cyberpunk. The art style in video games is really important. It makes it easy to distinguish the game's vibes and get the grasp of its world. It's important to the whole artistic vision of video games. They are supposed to be human-made art at the end of the day. So with DLSS 5 you will essentially get rid of the art style. The games can't and should not look the same. The way the game is perceived and distinguished by the players has a lot to do with the art style itself. It's important that two different studios shit out two different looking player models. DLSS 5 uses motion vectors like any other version of this technology to render the picture, but I think Nvidia didn't take into the account that there's probably less in the characters' faces. I mean, just look at these weird twitchy eyes Grace obtains through this technology. Now, obviously it has its downsides which are quite obvious, but it would be bad to not mention the one good thing, that being its improvements to the lighting of the game. Even in the Grace clip I mentioned before, you can spot the difference in the background. In my opinion, it looks a bit better and sharper. As far as I know, the developers will be able to handle which things are affected by the AI slop, which could be good, but at the same time I think I'm pretty sure there will be some idiot that will consider it a good choice to slopify the faces. Guys, hear me out.
16 times the detail.
Which again brings me to the point of ruining a good thing. Why not focus on optimizing? Why not focus on the technology that prolongs GPU's lifespan? I'm not against some good fancy graphics. I enjoy playing graphically demanding games. But at the same time, not everything has to be realistic. And not everything has to be turned into AI. Most of the people are obviously against AI in video games. After all, it is an art form that lets us dive deep into its world and its characters and story. Introducing AI features that affect the art style is a bad idea. It completely ruins improves the artistic vision and gets rid of plenty of the things that could be memorable, like the characters. Fucking with the art itself is obviously a bad idea that backfired on Nvidia. We can see it by people disliking their presentations and making loads of memes that are even made by some video game developers. It is sad to see such a potential go to waste just cause Nvidia and some AI bros think it's a great idea to add AI into video games. The time developing that feature could have been used for something that would actually improve our experience with video games, something that would be useful and wouldn't put art style at risk of being fucked with. I hate that DLSS was misused by the developers to optimize the games for them. It's sad to see this feature being ruined by the company that made it, and I do truly hope Nvidia will come out with something better than this and recovers from the whole fiasco. After all, they did leave an open window for AMD to make and capitalize on something better since they have to compete. But one can hope that our games won't be slopified by the big corporations, and one can hope that DLSS will finally be what I hope it would be, a tool used to prolong GPU's lifespan. That being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video and have a good one.